Richard in Canada, you're on the air with David Icke. Go ahead.
Greetings, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to speak with you both. You both had a profound impact on my life. I got a quick question. Alex, you do an amazing job of exposing the globalists in the United States, and David, you do an amazing job exposing them in the UK. I find there's nobody here in Canada doing nearly as good of a job. I was just going to ask if you guys could maybe impart on me a few tips on how to do your amazing research.
Really, it's just studying how the world works and knowing history and then clicking with the info and just being that leader in your area, picking the issues you're going to stand up for, whether it's having local media or the right to keep and bear arms or sovereignty or exposing your prime minister, calling for world government. David, what's your view?
Well, Richard, there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint that you find in every single country, and Canada is no different. In fact, it's one of the more extreme examples. In my research over the years, watch the country that's next door to the country what the focus is on. One of the great Illuminati centers on the planet is Austria, which is next door to the country that he's focused on, Germany. And so much stuff goes on in Canada, not least in Ontario, that crosses the border into America in various ways. So Canada's a very, very important place in this whole global arena, not least because, with the greatest respect, people are looking at the United States primarily and not to Canada.
Yeah.
And that's just what you want if you want to put some of your institutions and networks in a place where they're going to be less seen. But in terms of the blueprint, if you can just get your head, I'm sure you get your head around where they want to take the world and the methods they use to take us there. And that, in effect, that knowledge is like when you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, it's like that point where you put all the straight pieces together and you've got the frame. And then from that point on,
it moves
in
fast.
any country, Canada or anywhere, you can start putting the detail in within that frame and see how it plays out in your
David,
country.
we're out of time. Richard, I appreciate your call. I'm sorry. Well, we'll try to jam John in with a quick final comment here, but it's very simple. There's a continuity of agenda. You find out there's global boards that are setting the standardized programs. That's where you're going to find the information. Excellent points, David. Quick question or comment. John in Illinois, go ahead.
It's truly an honor to be speaking with such great minds. Now, David, in this Egyptian uprising and then the more recent example in Tunisia,
right.
Do you feel that this is part of the problem, reaction, solution / order out of chaos?
All right, we got to get his answer, John. You must have missed him earlier. He said yes. David, final comments.
Yes, but shades of grey. The people are overwhelmingly, absolutely, genuinely reacting and uprising to grotesque injustice. But we have to be streetwise to make sure that reaction, that understandable response, is not harnessed and handled so the outcome becomes what the people responsible for it, when you get behind the scenes, responsible for the injustice, don't come out with their men in power again.
We're out of time. David Icke, incredible job. Retransmission starts now. Infowars.com. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.